Okay, so lesson 5, how to apply transitions between slides. The objective of this lesson is to teach you how to apply transitions between your slides in your presentation. Now, transitions make your presentation look beautiful and appealing. So in this lesson, you will learn how to apply transitions between slides. Number 2, how to animate slide content. And number 3, how to set timing for transitions and animation. Okay, so the first one is how to apply transitions between slides. Slide transitions are special effects you can add to make your PowerPoint presentation look appealing. There are different types of transition you can add to your slides to make your presentation look professional. Okay, so let's go ahead and insert a transition between our slides. So we're going to go back to our presentation that we created in lesson 1, and we're going to stay in the 8th slide because we want to add a transition onto the 8th slide. When it comes from 7 to 8, we want to add a transition. So to add a transition is pretty easy. You want to go to the transition tab. So just click on the transition tab and you will see a bunch of transitions. So if you click on flash, you will see it will give you a preview of the transition. If you click on shape, it gives you a preview of the shape. If you click on fade, it gives you a preview of fade. So select one that you like best. So in my opinion, let's say I like a cover. Okay, I want the slide to come from the right side of the screen. Okay, so that is my transition. Now, to modify transition, you can also click on effect options, and this will give you a modification on how you can control your effect. So instead of coming from the right side, I can make it come from the top. And you can do that with all of the transitions. So let's say if I click on the shape, so I can click, then I want to click on the effect options, and it will give me kind of different kinds of effect options like diamond instead of a circle, plus instead of a circle, and I can do that with all of these different transitions. So if I click on drape, I can click on effect options and it will give me left and right. So as you can see, it gives you a bunch of different effects. Now you can click on apply to all, because if you remember, once we applied the transition, a small star appeared, and that small star shows that you have a transition in this particular slide, and all the rest of our slides don't have it. So if you click on apply to all, the PowerPoint will apply all of the slides with the effect that you just chose. So if you click on apply to all, you will see that all of these slides have a small star on them. Okay, so we're going to click on undo, and I want to show you how easy it is to individually apply transitions on each slide. So you want to click on the transition that you want to have on a specific slide. So I want to click on 7, and I want to click on flash for 7, and I want an effect option. There's no effect options. Some of them have effect options and some of them don't. So I want a flash for 7. Then for 6, I want let's say you want to click on the down arrow button right here, and you will see a bunch of different effects. So I want to click on cube, and then I want to click on effect options, and I want to click on from bottom. So this is your custom personalization. I want to click on the 5th slide, and I want to click on reveal, and I want to click on effect options, and I want let's say I want to click on true black from right. Okay, so you can basically customize this individually. Okay, up next on how you can add duration on your effect. So let's say you are on number 8 slide, and of course you click on drape, so it comes like that, and that's fairly quick. Or for you it might be fairly long. So if you want to click on how you can, if you want some sort of a customization which can give you a bit longer transition or quicker transition, you can click on duration. So the duration shows how long the transition will run for. So in this case, the duration shows 2 seconds. So that means the transition will only go for 2 seconds. Now you can make the transition longer, so it appears kind of takes a lot more time to appear the next slide. but you can customize that with this option. So if I want, let's say 5 seconds, the drip will run for 5 seconds. There you go. See, it's coming for 5 seconds. And if you want a bit quicker duration, you want to click on number 1, or you can click on 0.50. And when you click on drip right now, you'll see that's very quick. Okay, so that gives you a customization on what you can do. Next, on how you can apply transitions to shapes. So using the same option, you can also animate your objects and shapes. So you want to go click on the Insert tab right now, and you want to click on Shapes, and you want a heart shape or any other shape that you want. I'm going to draw out the heart on the screen. I want to click on the heart, and I want to click on Animation. When I click on Animation, you will see a bunch of animations on the screen, and if you press the down button, you'll see a bunch of different animations. So you can click on any animation that you want. So I want to click on Shape, and as you can see, my shape has a shape animation. Let's say if I want a split animation, so my shape has a split animation. If I want a fly in, you can see that the heart is flying in. If you click on Float in, so that gives you a bunch of different options on how you can change the shapes, how you can change the animation of shapes. Now you can do the same thing with text. So if you insert a text, you want to click on Insert, and you want to look for a text box. So click on the text box and draw the text box, and I want sample text. Okay, now you want to click on the text box, and then you want to click on Animation, and you can do the same thing with the text. So if I click on Float in, you will see that the text is floating in. So you can do the same thing with anything. So if you want to have this animated as well, just click on it and click on Animation and click on Fly in, and as you can see, that will fly in as well. And you can also control the duration of the fly in by going to the duration option right here. So if you want 2 seconds to make it a bit smoother animation, you will see that it will come in a smooth animation. So you can do basically the same thing for anything you put on the PowerPoint slide. Now you can also add paths to animation. Animation paths make it easy for you to move slide images in a way that tells a story. So to add a path to your animation, you want to click on the object or the text that you have, just click on it, and you want to click on Add Animation, and you want to go all the way down to More Motion Paths. So click on More Motion Paths, and that will give you a bunch of motion paths. So let's say if I want to click on an arc down, that gives me a preview of what my heart will do. If I want a teardrop, as you can see, my heart is doing that. So that's basically programming your animation to your each object or your each text. You can also do that with text. Now let's say if I want an arc down for my heart, so I'm going to click on OK, and I'm going to click on Effects Options. So doesn't matter how you modify your motion path, you will always have an Effect Options option, which will give you how you can modify your current motion path. So if I selected an arc, it will give me to have a left arc, to give me a right arc, or give me an up arc. And right here it will show me different motion paths to the arc. So if I want a line, or if I want turns, or if I want shape, or if I want loops, or if I want custom paths, I can basically make myself some custom paths. Okay, so right now I'm just going to click on the arc, and I'm going to click on the effect option, and I'm going to click on a line, and that will give me some sort of an arc animation. Okay, and you can also change duration of each motion path by going right here. So if you want 3, just press in 3 seconds, is 3.00, and you will see that your animation is taking place in an arc animation, and it will take 3 seconds for it to start. Okay, and as well as you can also add different kinds of animation to it. Okay, so either you can select this, or you can select customize motion paths by clicking on Add Animation, more motion paths, and selecting the motion path that you want. If you select a motion path, um, your main animation area will be gone. For example, you won't be able to select these. So either you can select this, or this. You can't have all of them all together. So if I click on wheel, it will have a wheel animation. It will forget the motion path that I entered earlier. Now if you want the motion path again, you just want to click on it. You want to go to add animation, more motion paths, and you can select the arc or crescent moon or whatever it is that you want, and click on OK. Next, on how you can configure start and finish options. Okay, so most animation effects can be modified to what you want. For instance, the fly in effect can be changed to different direction as you want it. Now, to modify your animation options, what you want to do is, let's go ahead and first delete this text animation, and let's go ahead and add some bunch of shapes. So just go on insert shape, want a heart shape again, and I want to make it pink, and let's go ahead and insert another shape, and let's do a box this time, and let's fill it with a blue color. Let's insert another shape, and let's fill it with orange. Okay, now you wanna add motion paths to this, or you wanna add animations to this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on animation. Then I want to click on add animation, and I want an arc. For this one, I want to click add animation line, and for my heart, I want to add animation, and I want to click on a turns. Okay. Now when you go to the next slide, you'll see all of these playing at the same time. Now you don't want that. You want one to play at a certain time, the second to play at a certain time, third to play at a certain time, and the fourth one to play at a certain time. So to do that, you want to click on animation pane. When you go on animation, just click on animation pane, and there you'll see all of your objects that you have on the screen. So you want to click on this, or if you click on the blue one, it will automatically highlight the one that you have. So let's say if I want to click on the heart, it will have the heart right here. So you can easily modify it by putting it down, putting it at the top, and basically align them any way that you would like to show on the screen. Okay, and you can also use these reorder option to move them earlier, move them later. Instead of manually dragging them down, you can use these arrows to use them to move them around. Next, you can also click, when it says start, you can also click on click with previous, after previous. Click on start on click will start the animation effect when you click the mouse. Start with previous will start the animation at the same time as the previous one, and start with after will start the animation effect when the previous one ends. Okay, so that gives you a bunch of options, and with duration and delay, of course, you can customize that and basically decide when your animation should appear and when they should not. So it's a wrap. See you on the next lesson.